What's up, guys? My name is Cleveland Willis, and welcome to another adventure with the Urban Traveler's Guide. Today we are in Copenhagen, Denmark, one of the beautifulest cities, most happiest cities on the planet. Today we're gonna go and venture off into the legendary loading docks that everybody normally takes pictures on Instagram. Then we're gonna see how that is in real life, and also go chow down on some good food, some street food. Remember, street food is actually the cheapest food. And also, we're gonna go make some new friends. I'll see y'all later.
Shalom means father of peace. He built walls, meaning that there was very limited space in Copenhagen because Bishop Absalon, he made the law of the wall. This was in 1167. He was the king's hand, a Catholic bishop, and he made walls. If it sounds familiar, you've probably been watching Game of Thrones. We have the parliament there, in the highest tower of Copenhagen, 106 meters. The PM's office is inside. You know what I mean when I say PM's office, right? Yeah, political monsters office. Yeah, this is like a Jurassic Park prison for dinosaurs over there. I'm not gonna talk much about Danish politics. I will start sounding a little angry. The reason being, I started a political party myself in 2009.
One thing I noticed about Copenhagen, everybody walks or takes a bike. Like literally, it's a wonderful thing because everybody's active. You don't see a lot of overweight people, and also everybody pays attention to the stop signs. Everybody watches the road because I'm not even sure. It's just like a lot of people are patient. And I'm like, wow, like in New York, everybody just jaywalks, and I'm used to doing that. And I almost got hit by a car, so that kind of like threw me off for a second. So I'm like, okay, center yourself and just enjoy the moment. Be patient. That's what I noticed. So when you come into Copenhagen, be sure to enjoy the moment and watch where you're stepping, or you end up getting hit by a car. Quick tip, if you ever want to have a beer, do not go to a pub. I advise you going to a 7-Eleven and get yourself one because it is a lot cheaper, because you can buy a beer that's at least $11 to $8 if you go to a pub. But if you go to a store, it'll be a lot cheaper.
Nobody cares about yours.
Everybody cares about mine. Stop. Shut up. No, don't. That's my. Hey. Compare it. Ooh.
That was good.
Ooh.
Here for 1,000 years, and many of the buildings are from the 17th century, so they shoot loads of commercials here as well. This red building right here, see how they put iron bars into the facade just to prevent it from collapse? It's made of brick, as you can see, so it survived all the fires and the English bombardments, yes, and it's been standing since 1620. This used to be a canal until about 1.5 years ago. Then they rolled out the grass, created a little sculpture park. This is Roosevelt, and at the bottom of the statue it says he protected the freedom of the world, because this area is connected to the Nazi invasion. The Nazis walked past here, so that's why Roosevelt's head is up there. Anyway. Horse statues in the world. The materials were very exquisite. They are. I think the tail is a bit long, but they can cut it, I guess. There's so many horse statues in the world, you have to be an expert to have an opinion anyways. But I mean, there are some rules here. The royal guards, they are 18-year-old trigger-happy volunteers with real rifles. So you have to stay 2 rifle lengths away. They don't want you to steal their rifles, right? So you can take pictures, but stay 2 rifle lengths away. Opera House, which we will go to very soon. Now, do you remember there were a lot of fires in our parliament? Yeah? And the royals used to live there. So after one of those fires, the royals decided to move. They were afraid there would be another fire. Wise move. It burned 4 more times. Frederick V was king at the time. He had commissioned these buildings, whatever you want to call them, palaces or buildings. He knew 2 of them were already empty. So all he needed to do was persuade 2 other families to move out. Then the royals could move in and take over the whole place. Then Frederick V goes to the best sculpteur in the entire Europe, Monsieur Sally from France. And he says to Monsieur Sally, I would like a nice horse statue of myself. Could you do that, Monsieur Sally? No, ridiculous nonsense. I don't have time. But Monsieur Sally, I am the King of Denmark. Can I persuade you? Oh la la, mais oui, oui, oui. King of Denmark, pay me by the hour, please. They sign a silly hourly contract for the horse statue. Can you guess what Monsieur Sally was doing the next 15 years of his life? They had to honor the contract. By the end of it, the statue had cost more than all the palaces around us.
Little known fact, there used to be factory buildings that were renovated and then turned into complex apartments that are really expensive, really beautiful. And also, see that location right there? That's where we're at. What is up, guys? Right behind me is one of the world's largest dome cathedrals in the world. And also, I'm closing out this video segment in Copenhagen. And also, I want you to thank you for watching my videos. And I'll see you on my next adventure. Stay tuned.